Afternoon, Tom here again. I have been just so depressed today that I could not drag my ass out of bed. Got to be about 3 o'clock. I realized that with no overtime offered on Saturdays for Jan, she'd be home at about 9:30. So it seemed at 3, somewhere in that area, I ought to get up for my dog walking duties. I try to take them in the middle. Well, I make my ass get out of bed. I get up. I let the boxer go. He's about 13 years old and he can run on his own. The puppy, she's way too young to get away. She runs on her own, usually with her teeth sunk into my ankle. Nabil, who thinks he's half dingo, I'm not sure what he is. He likes to drag and attack and chase. Well, it's a walk with me. So we're going all the way across the backfield. Now, the dingo thinks he's going to run his full speed. No, he's going to run the speed that I feel I can trot at, which at my age and my condition with my house shoes, which, by the way, the puppy has chewed, so they aren't really house shoes anymore. It was all interesting. Well, while we're about halfway across, I see Dempsey run right straight at the corner of one of the pieces of edge of the woods, barking like hell. And then he stops, dead stops, about, 20 feet from the brush. Makes one last boop. Not a huge bark or anything, kind of a boof. And turns around and runs exactly the opposite direction. I'm thinking, oh shit. Dempsey's been got by a skunk again. I don't know if the smell's gone from him from the last time 2 months ago. So, with me and a puppy biting me on the ankle and Nabil pulling as hard as he can, I'm headed that way, saying I am never coming out here without my dog herder again. I have a dog herder. About a year ago, Jan took in a foster kitty named Salem. Her opinion of him and mine are slightly different. She calls him Satan, which he answers to anyway. Might as well. At one time, cats were worshipped as gods, and they haven't forgotten. But Salem is my protector kitty, and he helps me herd the dogs. He at least, runs around with me, with the dogs, and keeps, there's some order to it. So, can't find anything over there. No nasty smell. Something, whatever it was, scared the hell out of Dempsey. He's a 13-year-old boxer. He's pretty big size. Well, Nabil does this poopy dance, so I'm like, it's okay, cool, let's all head back. So we start off across the field again for this hike back. We're about halfway across, and suddenly the dogs get this weird look on their face and look back. And I looked back, and coming out of the woods where Dempsey had been is Salem, my protector kitty. He'd been out there the whole time. He'd apparently been hunting or something on his own, but so he came on back home with us. But it was much easier once he got back. I was going to do this handwritten, start my own little notebook, which really would work better because at 3.5 minutes it won't download to most cell phones. But anyway, rest of my evening appears interesting. Anderson out.